going. Let's talk about
All right, we're up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the draft for Season 7 of the Swain Baddie League. I am AJS0. You probably know me by now if you've been following this. I'm going to run this draft. Some of you guys are going to get on good teams. Most of you aren't. And we're going to talk about it a bit here. And I am joined by the Xmas Tree, Thrifty Senpai, Master Splinter, Scotchanaut, 30, and My Wang. We're going to try to break down this draft a little bit as it happens, as these teams are drafted by, we've got 3 returning owners, Think Twice, Muffin, and Cannonballs, and 3 new owners, all players that were playing in the league last season, A Million Babies, Dick Pick Fritz, a.k.a. AJS0, a.k.a. John Gruden, a.k.a. Garen Fracking Bolter, a.k.a. Gaius Fracking Bolter, a.k.a. Dan's only girl, and
Hey, I know that guy.
Iro Hibbs, whose name I can no longer pronounce. So, those of you that are have never watched the draft before, maybe, I'm going to just give a quick rundown. So each team owner has a $20 theoretical salary cap that they can spend in 25-cent increments, and they're going to just take turns opening the bidding on a player of their choice one at a time. There'll be a bidding war. Somebody will end up with that guy on their roster, and we'll rinse and repeat until all 6 owners have 6 players on their roster. And that's about it. So, you guys ready to get drafted?
Yeah. Do we have a pick order? Or do we know?
Yes, I will copy and paste that real fast. It is not the order that those are in, but it's going to be Muffin as the first owner to pick, followed by Cannonballs, A Million Babies, Hibbs, Think Twice, and John Gruden. And
Okay.
it will be in that order in each round. And we are just waiting on confirmation from Muffin to get going here. So I guess in the meantime, Muffin with this first pick overall, you guys think he's going to just open it on Master Splinter right away?
I mean,
It's
who
a
would beat
legit
around the
strategy,
bush?
I guess.
Throw all the money at him.
I don't think so. Traditionally,
Well, I don't
a
think
lot
he
of the-
will either.
I think a lot of the high people always get opened up, like, after a few people have been able to blow some money.
Yeah, I think usually you get more average players being the first couple of drafts, and then like high people get
Salvo
drafted.
first.
Usually oh, I'm wrong.
Oh, there you go.
That's a twist.
Salvo. And we're off to the races.
How much do you guys think this is gonna go for? Oh, we lost.
Yeah.
The chat window.
It's up. It's up.
That window's down.
It was like 5 seconds. Promise.
We're up to $1.50.
I think he's definitely going over 5 for sure. I think that's like
Oh,
guaranteed.
I think he.
But I think it goes over
he's
6.
750.
Yeah.
750.
Salvo's
Yeah,
going to be a
that's
lot
legit.
for sure.
I think he'll go over 7. Would agree
What
with
did he
that.
go for last season? Didn't he go for 5 something last season?
He went for 6.
Last season,
Okay.
people did not respect him as much as he did this
Right.
season, though.
He was debatably the best AD, not definitely the best AD, and he was also not Plat 2 at that point. Or
Yeah.
technically, he did just make it back into Plat this season already, starting in Gold something.
Oh, he's already back in Plat? I
Yeah,
saw that
he
was
just made it
up
back into
like
Plat.
a couple days ago. Bidding doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon.
Yeah.
Everybody wants it. This
Yeah,
year, too.
has anyone not made a bid yet on him?
I don't think I saw Hibbs bid.
Yeah. But at least 4 people are in on this.
Hibbs, I heard, was going for a bolder strategy. I heard he was going for the worst team in the SBL strategy.
Really?
I'm getting drafted on that one for sure.
This is slowing down though. Going to 5.
Oh, I think they're
25,
just taking
okay.
their time.
So what was our official prediction? 625?
I
said
said anything
fi-
above 7.
750.
I think he should go for,
Yeah.
but
I'm gonna say
Really?
thumbs up, thumbs down on 7. I'm gonna say up. Oh wow,
Fuck, dude, he's going for
525. Okay.
This
The
is lower
heck,
than I
yeah.
think that he should be going.
That's way.
Oh my God.
This seems like a steal.
Steal.
This is a steal.
Yeah.
Steal status confirmed.
Steal. Get the steal
Oh my
hype in the
God.
chat.
Oh my god.
I don't want
Yeah.
to call
God.
my power rankings the end all
Wow.
be all, but he was the 4th player on those. And those
That's
players are pretty much a
disgusting.
lock to be 657 plus typically.
That. Wow. That's. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. That seems like a bad choice
Epic
on
suck.
everyone else.
So,
Yeah.
not a lot of people play. I don't know how many players have played with Epic. He's a legit player. I think he does have. He's a very emotional player. So if he gets behind
Totally.
or whatnot, he can get a little tilted. But he is good. He's very good.
And so second pick overall is a rookie. This split, is this sort of a first?
I think this is a rookie that more of these players have played with, though. I know I've played at least like 4 or 5 games with Epic.
His
Yeah,
name
we
used
definitely subbed in for people.
his name used to be Epicator. If
Yes.
you guys have played with that, he's been going to the league tournaments at the Stoutlands for a while, so I assume most people have played with him. Assuming I'm thinking of the right guy.
He actually stopped going a few years ago because he moved to Portland. But yeah,
He
played
did used to
with
go
a
then?
lot
I'm
the
thinking of the
people.
same guy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought.
Oh, and he keeps on going up.
Yeah, and so this is a jungler. 5 is his next rating in any other role.
I'm really concerned with Salvo, the best AD. I don't think anyone's arguing that. Went for 525. This guy's going for 375. I realize people are willing to spend, like, the money's weird at the beginning of the draft. Everyone has their own, like, how much they're willing to spend when they have all their money. I'm worried this season we might see someone go for the highest we've ever seen him.
I know.
Do we know that record? What is the highest?
Scotch or not, $15.
Dude,
Shut
Scotch.
up! Oh my
Scotch.
God.
Yeah.
I believe it
$7.
was 1050 for Master Splinter once was the highest anyone's ever gone.
I just asked that earlier and nobody could remember.
I went for
Yeah,
pretty
it's not
high
bad.
to Muffin.
We're gonna
I think
put
the
that
highest-
number right here
I'm
though.
out already.
Oh wait, that was
So Splinter,
the
$3. We're not even gonna start off at a quarter.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
that's
you
my
might, there's no point. Like, it's just he's saving us all time.
We don't bid quarters on Splinter. Apparently.
Alright. Let's see if he goes.
No,
to
it just
10.
got bid by babies.
10
Oh,
Going up
plus,
25.
yes or no?
Babies,
Everyone,
babies
as
is
this is going up
uncommitted.
now. 10 plus, yes or no, boys?
I'm saying
I'm
Yeah,
a
Yes.
10
plus
plus.
easy.
There's no way,
Yes.
dude. Guy
11
has won
plus?
3
11 plus?
championships.
I don't think 11. I think higher than 10, less than 11. That's where I'm calling it.
I
Yeah.
think 1150. 1150.
Did not
I'm
go
calling it.
to that much. Are you kidding me?
You were just the star captain player on the best team in SBL history. Yeah, you probably should go for that much.
No way, man.
Chat is reading Vivaret for 12, Scotch for 18.
Also, 44.
I'm calling
viewers.
under 10,
Holy
dude. No,
dick.
okay. Well, maybe not.
Okay.
It's a little high.
No, don't even try to get your hopes up. You're going
Oh,
over
dude.
10.
You're gonna have to be a real thrifty senpai after this.
Seems to be a battle between Hibs and babies at this point.
10. There's 10. Oh,
Oh, John Gruden laid
man.
it down.
And choose the front.
Oh, half your cash, that's always good.
Split it. You want to split a bottle of whiskey when we're done with this?
And he
Hey.
broke 10.
You can
10,
spend the
25.
975 on Scott.
Nah.
Just repeat the same team.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
1050, 10 cent. Oh my god.
It's
This is well worth
happening!
it. This is well worth it.
That's a new
Record
record.
breaker.
So I think the highest I've gone for is like 950 or 10.
We've gone over 10 before, easy.
Gruden.
11.
loves-
Okay.
Tough stuff.
No one's gone for 11, I know that.
John Gruden wants you.
Yeah,
He wants you
$11.
real bad.
Oh my God.
11.25.
Oh, think twice once, you worse. Oh man.
Holy fuck.
Is it just all the money? You better get ready to carry.
Yeah.
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 On 2 separate accounts.
Oh,
dear God.
it's still
Oh
happening.
my God.
So, Wes, I'd
Dude,
like to
fuck these
spoil
guys.
something
Why would they
you
do
said
this
to
to
me
me? I'm
the
their
other
friend.
day. So,
Pause.
to those of you that are not aware, if you ever watched the Thorin's Reflections series, where he talks for way too long to a player about their career, I'm currently working on a series of those with Batty League players, and I recorded one with Wes. And Wes, you said something like, "I like to have the pressure on me. I know I can perform."
Yeah, I do.
That seems pretty relevant right now.
We're back in it, Swift.
I have to say, I didn't think that it would go up to 11. I thought maybe 10 something. I don't think it'd get past $10. I was hoping under 10, but jeez.
Buffett should just come in and drop. Buffett should just go and drop 12. Just like
Well,
screw it. I'm gonna get all my budget on 2 players and see how it
So
goes.
this got bid up, I think, just
Oh,
because
the
these two
Muns.
are like some of my best friends in real life, and I hope they didn't make that as like.
I think this is well worth it. I
Let
do
the
not
bleeding
think that
stop.
that is a bad decision. Do you guys agree with me on this? Do you
Oh,
think
thank
that that
God
was
it
a good
ended at
decision?
11:50.
I mean, he's
I think
got
it's
a
legitimate.
legit
I think it's legit too.
win rate over 3 years.
This also,
Jesus.
moving forward in the draft, I think this is going to cause a lot of players that maybe didn't think that they would see play are going to see play on other teams, and Splinter's team's going to end up with more players that potentially could have been bench players.
And
Yeah,
Stripe
might
is up
happen.
next.
Yeah, Stripe. So something about Stripe that I find interesting is he is a top mid lane main, but he did have that one season on AD where he performed really well.
Oh yeah.
2 seasons on 80, not just one.
Did he have 2?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's had
well,
2.
there you go, even more. Where, with that pool being so low, I think it's a possibility that he might go AD.
I honestly think we'll see him going AD. I've been talking with him late. I mean, I talk to him occasionally still, and he was saying actually how he's kind of wanting to go AD.
If
Just
that is the
split.
case, top lane's gonna get even sparser.
But I think he'll succeed no matter where, just because both top and AD carry are looking pretty dry for this particular Batty League season. So he is filling 2 very high demand roles.
If top up gets more sparse, that just means that Scotchanaut is going to be going for a higher price.
Oh, shut up, Wayne. I will make sure you're on my
Dank.
team.
Don't worry, I'm going for a
Oh,
quarter.
my stream is not. Up there we go.
375. This is actually about the price that I would expect SBL veteran to go for,
I would say I think
especially one that's had very good performance.
anywhere within 4, like $3 to $5 are all good prices to pay for him.
75. What I'm interested in, well, I guess we can finish. Right.
So
first
just to
and-
verify, I assume whoever brings it up can tie for the highest bid to get the tiebreaker, right?
Yes,
brings
that
it
is
up.
correct.
Right.
Otherwise, it's whoever enters the bid first, as seen
Okay.
on stream.
We're having
So-
some big names actually going off really early. Like these guys, I thought maybe someone would try to get like value picks early on. Like
Yeah, but both of the diamonds are still up, so this will be interesting. And Think Twice is sitting there with the full checkbook, and so is
One of the
Babies.
diamonds has been picked as well, though.
Oh, so is Hibbs. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Babies
is
just
Stripe a
got it.
top laner or an ADC?
We don't know.
That's the thing. So far we've had a unique pick in each position. We've
What
had
is- what is that for?
ADC jungler. Never mind. We had 2 junglers.
I think that's a solid pickup for $4.
That's a really solid pickup for $4.
I don't
think.
know if I'd pay much more, maybe like 25 cents, but
I'd pay maybe up to like $4.50 or $5 tops, but I think $4 is a solid amount for a strip.
I think Strip is like, I think you're gonna need another playmaker on that team for sure.
Holy shit, this one went up to 150 right away for rookie?
another rookie, and this is the 5th overall pick.
Let's see, his
Yeah,
mains
this-
are mid and ADC, right? So
I'd have to
Yes.
imagine. Do these owners know
He
these
was-
guys personally?
No,
Have
he
you-
was gold 1 last split, though, and mid ADC are both pretty high demand positions this split.
Yeah, so Everlight, he's mid lane main, right?
mid and ADC, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
is
both
another
carries.
flex.
Well, that's a decent
Gold
pickup
one
then, because you can
season
put him
5.
somewhere.
Yeah, and I mean, Gold 1's a pretty decent rank. That's one of the higher ones in the league, so
Yeah.
he's on
Was
the
at
upper half. for
325 right now. Think he's gonna?
Yeah.
You think he's gonna go over 4?
I don't think he should.
Sure. I think. You should,
I don't think so either. I think he
I
might
think,
make
like,
it to 4, and I think that's
As a rookie, as a rookie that's not in like plat or diamond, you got to kind of cap yourself at a certain point. I think like 4 to 425 is that point where you're like, all right, this is it.
You already know what you're getting, especially if this guy ends up in mid, where mid is like a fairly shallow pool. Like,
Yeah.
you already know that Thrifty Senpai is probably going to be the best mid. You already know that Labor is going to be in competition for that second to first place
right.
mid.
This guy's kind of a
I mean,
little
you
bit of a
have-
wild card, so it's surprising going 4th. Like all you can go off is I think played with him one time, and I don't even remember the game. Is that a bad thing or a good thing? You didn't like
Oh my god.
push me away, but he
This
didn't.
is really high.
This is
Yeah.
really high
that.
for a rookie that I don't think a ton of people have played with.
I
Right.
feel like one of these owners has to know this guy personally. Who was he invited by?
Swift?
Not sure. Didn't put that one on my
Yeah.
spreadsheet, folks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of confused by. This seems like a lot.
I
For
think he's a
someone such an unknown
He's a
quantity.
friend of Scotch's or.
No, I think it was
Is it
Kine.
Ooh, that's a
I
possibility.
thought it was Kinehosen.
Okay.
$5
that he
is
was
just
affiliated
this is going way more than I expect.
I honestly think it's just because he's a dual threat at both carry positions. So like either way, you want to spend your money on a carry position, you can put him either
That
place.
has to be it, because if you're putting him in one position or the other, I don't think you'd spend 5 on him. I think it's
Right.
mostly because
It
you're...
gives you that flex pick.
I think,
I still don't
yeah.
know if it's worth 5, but I guess he can prove it in this season, right?
The thing that is nice though is about having like the flex pick is like you don't have to, like when you get down to the end where it's like you need a 80 carry or like you need a mid laner. It's like you don't have to like and say, oh, there's only one good left one. You like don't have to
Oh.
risk yourself just getting bid up to try and get this guy that you really want. You can just say, all right, well I back off and I can try to grab someone in the other role.
And the dub is on the clock.
The
Ooh.
dub drum.
Asterisk,
So,
asterisk.
So he got boosted, right?
I think I heard
Yeah.
that. Somewhere.
Hashtag boosted.
So this is the first support on the clock. In a very
Support
in a split
jungler.
that is very heavy on support players.
But Dubdrum has shown that he is a very strong support player and that he's a pretty good jungler as well.
Yeah, I would say he proved himself to be at least mid-tier last season in jungle. So you'll get a very solid player, although I don't think in any capacity he's a
Oh,
shot
this
caller.
chat
He
spam.
needs to be. Oh my god, this chat is excited about boosting.
Boosted. Is that-
Oh my god.
Oh jeez. Alright, so he's at 275 right now.
I
Going
think
up
that's still
steadily.
good value for Dub Drum. Like, as much crap as everyone's giving him about like the boosting thing and everything like that, he actually has done well. He has been on very strong teams before, and he has picked up a win
Well,
as
this
well.
is the thing.
so-
You got so many supports in this league.
That is true. No,
Does
there
he
is a lot
go
of
for?
supports.
Do you overpay for support when you can get other good ones, or are you paying for the jungler? Which I think he's an alright jungler. I don't.
I mean, I
he's
think
not-
350 is like a decent price for a good support, though. I mean, even though there is a lot of great supports.
I assume this is a
huge
jungle pick.
investment.
It might be a little bit for flex, but I assume it's leaning towards jungle.
could be.
I mean, look at some of the other like great supports in this league. Like
One thing I'd like to bring in real fast, since Dubdrum and Evelite are on the same team, and we got some Twitch chat confirmation that Evelite was one of Thor's recruitments. These guys are all friends from back home, so there's a chance they've played together. So they may be looking for that bot lane synergy or that jungle mid lane synergy to have Dubdrum and Evelite on the same team.
Perfect. So the other team owners should definitely bid up Thor, because Hibbs wants him. For the synergies.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah, no, but to go off what Wang's point was, Wang, you can bring that point up now. I think it's a valid one to make.
Okay, so some of these other great supports in the league, like you look at like Vivaret, diamond tier support. He's not going to be playing support. You look at 30, he's probably also not going to be playing support. That leaves you with Tree as the platinum support and Dubdrum as the platinum support. I mean,
That's a good
that
point.
is a very fair assessment.
That's a very, very good point.
I wasn't even thinking about that most supports have something else they could play. I mean, last season I played fucking AD because we didn't need a support.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Well-
it's between 30 and
Oh,
3
wait,
for
30's on the
support.
clock. He's
Yeah.
already
Yeah,
through
30 is
25.
on the clock. 4:25.
All right, so
Apparently
you know what?
that
I think 30's gonna go $6, maybe $6.25.
I mean,
I'm willing to drop.
A 650 to 7 is where he's gonna end up.
I
Dude,
mean,
rust
we're gonna put a
factor,
lot
man,
of-
rust factor.
the rust factor in my
Care
ass.
about that rust factor. They really
I
do
just,
not
I
care.
just,
Here's-
it's kind of a joke, just because.
here's
it's
the-
like, these are rust factor players, so they might suck.
Here's the real
we had-
question.
That showed with Kynhosen last season that it didn't matter.
Besides just the play, though, how much are you willing to spend for shot calling?
Yeah,
a lot.
no,
There
that's-
are very few great shot callers in this league.
I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. This is
Dude,
Freddie, what is your professional opinion on yourself as a player?
keep it
um.
professional.
Yeah.
If you go under
Professional.
$6, if you go under $6,
I don't know. Last season I went really late in the draft, so I think this is weird that I'm up so
$6.
early. So Muffin started this bid, right? So he was looking for either me as a support for Salvo, which I would kill myself, or he wants me in the
You're
jungle
the
as
only
a shot
voice
caller.
of reason.
I'm pretty sure he wanted you as shot caller. I mean, he picked you up last season too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is at 6. This was my prediction. 6.25.
Okay.
We're approaching my prediction now.
Think Twice is the only owner to not have a player yet. So he's battling between Muffin right now. It looks like.
Yeah, this is actually a let's see, Muffin
Oh.
and Salvo. This is a good pick for both of those because they both need a shot caller. I feel like you can control Salvo in lane, and that's a really good fucking bot lane.
I don't
that is-
I
that
don't
is a
think
dangerous
he's
bot
picking
lane.
him for bot lane though. If he
Okay,
for
well-
Muffin, I should
Well,
say.
I guess you could flex 30, right? If you get like
Yeah. We'll see. I'm not gonna be upset if I play support again this season, but I would prefer jungle. Yeah.
that's a fair price. I think
Fucking
anything under
Muffin,
7
just
is
called
you're
it.
solid.
I called it. 650 to 7.
It's happening.
What's happening?
it's starting 30's gonna go for $9.
Oh god.
Scotch. No, we can't spend 20 on him. We can't spend 20. Everyone spent too much money.
1150. No, 1650. $16. $16. $16.25. Let me
Gosh,
see
I
your
just want you to
money.
know that after you go for $12 this season and fail to live up to it, we'll always remember you as a bust.
Busted the season, Scott.
Hopefully you're on my team, so
D-
you know I can
WCF2
drink myself
incoming.
to death and then leave your team to continue the tradition.
Let's see it. Hey, can we see $8? $9
Oh my God.
scotch.
Stop it.
I don't know if I'd buy $9 scotch at a Walmart.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's true, dude. You only want the good top shelf scotch, and you need to spend real money to get that.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Guys, just remember Purple's still out there, and he's beating me in
This
top
Scotch
lane.
is kind of, he got
The
some
more
bad.
money
He's
you
got a
spend
bad
on
taste
Scotch,
at
the
first,
better
and then
he's
once you
gonna
have a
be.
couple, he just starts tasting better and better. Since his lane
The
phase
more,
is
he
such shit.
the more he goes
Alright.
for, the better he'll be. That's how it works with scotch.
Realistic right now, guys. Above or below $8.
Below.
Above or below 7.
Below. I think he's going for 650.
675.
I think he goes for 7.
This chat.
Actually, I think Scotch brings something to the league that, once again, maybe people don't think about is
I
a
bet he
nice,
goes-
friendly attitude that's easy to get along with.
Fuck you, 30. You shit. Your jungle sucks and you'll always be support. I'm sorry, that was really
That's
mean.
it.
I apologize.
Scotch, you will forever be Melfight, okay?
Yeah, just remember, owners, what you're drafting is not a top laner. You're just drafting a free Malphite ban.
I mean, $5 for a rock band? Man, that's one. That's one third of. That's 1/3 of rock paper scissors. That's pretty strong.
And then if you pick up paper, you like have your bases covered.
Yeah, come on, you can't lose.
Scotch,
Yeah.
can I pay for your name change to Pet Rock?
No. Absolutely.
The greatest top laner in SBL. Oh, I thought he was done.
Not today.
Nope, he is done.
Oh.
One dot is when the
Woo!
video ends, and all owners are aware of it. The Scotch Dot is
$5.
going to Cannonballs for $5.
Thank baby Jesus. Wow.
This is some
And-
bottom
and
shelf
owner
scotch.
salt.
Bottom shelf scotch.
Dude, I'll take some Cuddy Shark. Just remember to mix it. Don't drink it straight. Shit's awful.
I wouldn't even use this shit to clean my dishes.
It'll take the pain off your deck.
All right, what does Babies need right now? He needs like almost a whole team.
He's got
Yeah,
his top.
he's got a lot of
Where's
money.
ADC?
Who do you think has gotten the best value so far?
Muffin.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right,
Yeah,
yeah.
by far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we all agree. The first pick overall, Salvo for 525 is crazy.
When
value.
everyone has all their money left, why?
Dub going for 375, I think, is a pretty good
Mikro.
value pick, too.
Yeah.
That's true.
This guy under 150.
Mick's gonna be cheap, less than 2 for sure.
Yeah, dude, no one wants Mick on their team.
Hibish with the $1.
That's actually pretty decent.
Oh, I would not pay more than. Oh,
I would not pay more than that for the Mick. It's too much of a dice roll.
Well, on top of that, he hasn't played in months, and he actually hasn't
Yeah.
played, unlike a lot of the other people who started picking it up in the last couple weeks. He actually hasn't played in a long time.
like I said, that list of mid laners. You have Blablor that's doing really good. Thrifty Senpai that's been really high rated. Mai Wang who plays a fuck ton. Who else is in that?
Evelite, right?
Yeah, Evelite, who's already out on the field. Thor, I guess, potentially. Potentially also Zwerbs, Viverette. Like, all of these people, like, play way more than Mick does. And I think, all right, 175, it's not the worst.
That's all right.
Yeah.
But I still think that you are picking a guy that you probably could have gotten free later in the draft.
Purple. Now,
Or near free.
purple, up or down of $5.
Up.
Because this Wang said, I'm the best top laner, but I went for 5.
Purple, you're the best top laner, but Purple is one of the best players in the league and one of the
Damn.
most versatile
Something
players in the
about,
league.
like, last like, split, though, like, Purple won his lane a lot, but he can never transition that into anything anywhere else on the map.
I blame Wang. He broke him.
He broke him.
The Wang
Yeah, I
Joey
don't-
shot
our
calling
te-
duo broke the purple.
It was more of a three-way shot calling,
Thankful.
and we had 3 different calls.
Does
Fair,
not computer.
Dragon, their base. Yeah, flip a coin. It only gives us 2 options.
So
These bids aren't going fast on Purple. This is
No.
value right here if you get this guy under $5. This guy is amazing at winning lanes, and he just picks champions up and plays them to a very high level.
true. How active has he been?
He's been pretty active. I've dueled with him a little bit. I think he's came back a little bit more lately.
did
So
his
I
skills
think he took a little bit of break.
Okay.
No, I do not think so. I
Interesting.
think Purple is one of those players that is just very good at League of Legends.
Wait, who's on the clock right now? Purple? Okay.
Purple.
Okay,
I
so
think if you
he's
put Purple
10th
on a
pick
team
overall.
with 30, which he's not going to because Think Twice isn't bidding on this, but that he would end up very good. Or maybe put him with like AJ's or something. I don't know. Somebody that can shot call for him.
I think I see Baby's strat. Like he's getting like really cheap picks early on, and he's waiting for everyone to bait out their money on some bigger
what the shit?
bigger picks, and then maybe he'll swoop in.
Whoa, what?
Double checking things.
John
Don't worry
Gruden.
about it.
Oh boy.
John Gruden coming to finish off the rest of the bank.
475 twice.
I think that's a good strategy, actually, in this league. I don't think there are that many horrible players, but if you pair up Pitbull Pickle Pie with Master Splinter, I mean, how much worse can you get? Like, how bad can your team be that those two can't carry them?
Well,
Especially
how
pick up-
bad could they be?
Especially if you pick up a mid laner, like, I don't know, that might do okay in lane, like Swerves or, like, My Wang, that will probably go really cheap later in the draft.
Dude, I really don't think you're gonna go cheap, man.
Fuck you!
You've never gone cheap, ever.
Alright, so 550. So that broke the $5
Benchmark.
right where it was value.
Excellent. I hope Thor goes for more than 5 too.
I said $5 was value on this guy. $5.50 is still a very good price.
It's not bad, yeah.
Wow.
No, that's
Yeah,
not bad
like
at all.
oh god, he got paired up on Think Twice's team. This is
Yeah.
a perfect team for Purple Pickle Pie. This is amazing.
That's a really solid squad. I think Twice is going already.
Wrong team.
Wrong squad. Whoever's typing.
That's true. Do you have any concerns?
Just making sure we're paying attention.
While we have it, one moment, please. I would like to just take a moment to remind everyone watching this stream, all 43 of you, that exactly 1 hour after the conclusion of our draft, we will be doing the third ever Swain Batty League post-draft drunk analysis stream. It's going to be like this, only there's going to be an entire team roster to talk about, and everyone's going to have alcohol in them so that they can talk mad smack about one another. And you should probably tune in.
Thanks, Thorin.
Is that after show brought to you by Bad Dragon?
Is there an alpha draft?
Draft, yeah, I feel like
Alpha Draft?
Mad
Alpha
Skrilla?
Draft?
Do you guys want me to plug Alpha Draft?
We need
Yeah.
to.
Do it.
We have
Do
to
it.
support it. We gotta support our sponsors.
I'll do it at the post-draft drunk analysis.
Solid.
So, how long do
Thanks,
these
Thor.
players get to pick the next player? This is just curious. I'm just curious.
There's no hard rule in place for the situation.
Okay, it's kind of just like, okay, you've had long enough. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll give
It's
them,
never been a
Because let's
problem.
understand, you want to give them a few minutes,
Yeah.
a few moments to.
especially when he just picked someone up and he needed a second to talk to his new teammates, his new players, and figure out who they were looking for. Respect.
This I think is very good.
Say squicked.
Brass
Okay,
whacked.
so if Think Twice picks this up, now 30 doesn't actually have to jungle.
You mean
30 would
30 is jungle?
Oh, 30 is jungle. I apologize. I mixed him up with one of the other people.
Well, what do you mean? I'm not jungle. It's not locked in that I'm jungle yet.
We would never lose the Bad
You
Dragon
went to
sponsorship.
this team.
If Respect
You went to
came
Think
over,
Twice. Yeah.
what is Respect? He's a
gold-
support.
He's a plat 3 support main. Has
Who claims to be a
mid
shot
as
caller.
his next highest.
I play a Mad ADC, bros.
He also, on top of Respect, I actually met this guy this weekend, and I think many of us don't know who he was, and he's actually seems like a very nice guy.
He is. I like this guy a lot. I've only played one league game with him ever. That's the only time I've ever met this guy over the internet.
Honestly, though, throughout this league, I do feel like there are a lot of players that have personalities that have clashed with people, and I want to say that's like 10 or 15% of the league.
250. Yeah.
So having a team that you all get along and you all like each other, I think is very important.
It is
That team
so
synergy.
important. As having like being someone who went through a lot of drama 2 splits ago, like having that one player kicked out of the league.
Oh, yeah, jeez.
Yeah,
was
it
bad.
is. It is very important to have people you can get along with.
So, tiebreaker, I think, goes.
75.
There we go.
I expected this guy to go pretty high.
He was
The power-
ranking what on the power rankings? 8?
The thing is, I think he should go high compared to other supports, like, well, I guess there's a lot of supports. So my problem with this is you shouldn't be spending a lot of money on a lot of supports. Even if you can't get one of the highest ones, you can get one of the golds or something. Like, there's plenty of supports.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, these are players that at the end of the draft, people are going to be basically picking them up for like $1 or $1.50 after they've blown all their real money. Or generally, that's how the SBL draft has gone.
Ooh.
I don't think that there's that much of a difference between... actually, I'm not even going to say that.
The power of friendship.
450 it looks like he's going for.
That's not a bad price at all.
I'll think it's a solid pickup.
Yeah, I think so.
I do not agree with that.
Oh.
I think
You're
450
gonna right now
is
you have
way too much.
dub. Right now you have dub jungling. I think now.
Yeah,
That's guaranteed
absolutely.
jungler.
Absolutely.
It looks like Hibbs is just trying to put that group of friends together because Resquect is another member out of that group.
Yeah.
Yep.
So all that's left is Thor.
On the Wind is up.
Shame Aros quit. They could have had a full team.
Buzzing. So the real question is Swift and Cruz haven't been put on the team yet.
Yeah,
You
right.
think they're going to Splinters?
Question, what do you guys really think about Wind? Because I know Swift had him ranked down.
Swift was too rough.
Yeah,
I don't
think
agree
he was
with-
a little rough on him too.
Yeah, I don't agree with Swift's
Fuck you
analysis
guys.
of
He
it
was
either.
garbage last split. Sorry, Kyle. I really like you.
I think he
In
was better
my-
than you gave him credit for.
In my personal experience against him, I think he was very good meta-wise, but as soon as he got against picks that were not meta, aka in the finals when Splinter let me play Singed and Trundle, he wasn't familiar, he didn't do the legwork himself, so I feel like he's very up to date on meta, but he doesn't have the champ knowledge as to what possibly could get picked.
All right, I'm going to propose a question to you guys. Who do you
What the
think is
fuck,
more
Wang?
think is
Your
winning?
Domo
mic,
Wang.
Wang, stop. You were
You were
don't understand.
robotic and reverbing through your own mic.
Domo Wang.
Is that better?
No, that's awful.
Not even close.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Do. Are any of us on the same team yet?
No.
So if Hibbs picks up this guy, picks up wins, then he has pretty much got a solid roster put together. He would just need a AD or mid.
Man, that's... Muffin
Yeah.
keeps getting his bets in just barely too late.
I feel like he's doing that on purpose to troll me. That's what I want to believe.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, you sound a lot better.
Okay, back to my question. Who do you think is worse than On the Wind?
I'm gonna say
Gotcha. Dude.
Thor. Gotch. Absolutely, that dude's trash.
You're already
So-
been drafted. You can stop talking yourself down.
So
alright.
possibly only Thor.
No,
So
Coffee.
Do you think Coffee's gonna start as a top laner?
Possibly because the pool is so small.
Okay, all right.
I gotta get
so
the.
potentially this guy is the middle of the pack. All right, we can move on to Tree, but just wanted to make my point.
No comment, that dude's shit.
He wants to draft his brother. Drafted by your brother.
Oh god, he's gonna have me deal with Salvo.
You know Salvo's in their TeamSpeak chat, gunning for the
I
super.
know he is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Salvo wants this more than Muffin does, I guarantee it.
I can see Salvo just sitting there. Yeah, I want that guy to be my bitch.
Give him $8. $8 for that hoe.
Oh my
I
god.
need babysitter.
$350.
racking it up.
Gruden really needs to put a team together. He really needs somebody else besides Master Splinter to fill that out.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of players left.
Yeah, we're
Okay, we got
we're
two, 1, 2.
a third of the way through the draft currently. That's a lot of players left.
$450 for Tree. I know it. I knew you were gonna go close to 5, man.
I wouldn't
I
go
think he's
much
still-
over 5 in this league, though.
Yeah.
Very saturated with supports, yeah. Not that Tree has to play support, but I think
But he can
that's by
play
far
AD
your
carry
best
too.
role.
I mean, right now, there's realistically only a few people fighting for support. Or I guess 5 of them are fighting for supports. Potentially only 4
That's a
of them.
solid bot lane right there. You got Salvo Tree,
Wow. Yeah.
who's played a ton together, so.
And that's still less money than Splinter.
That's true.
Yes.
Buzzing.
Wes, how do you feel being compared to being worth more than a Salvo Tree bot lane?
As someone who's used to having,
Apparently, according to Wang, Tree gets caught out all the time, so.
Oh shit, senpai.
Oh God, no.
Oh, God.
I just want to take a moment to appreciate how crazy it is. We had to get into the second third of the draft for Thrifty or Viverette to come off
No,
the clock.
please. Anything but this.
325 already.
I don't think that he goes for more than 8.
Oh, we'll
I think
see.
Fritz picks him up.
I think
Fritz.
Fritz is gonna, no, I think Fritz is gonna keep going. I think
Oh
Fritz
my
is
This
gonna
is the
try all the
strategy.
way. I agree. Whoever said I'm washed up in chat, you're right. I'm a
Oh,
has-been. Not even top 2, that's
Nope.
correct. Because I'm not...
$12 senpai.
God, no, please.
$12 senpai.
Whatever team puts $12 on me is the team that wants to get last place in the Batty League.
Dude, it's gonna happen
I think-
first time. Well, never mind, I guess. I keep on thinking that Veggie was platinum, which I think he was, honest to God.
I think
Holy
he started
shit,
the season
John
with
Gruden,
He's
Flash.
going
Start
hard
the
for it,
season.
dude.
This is the team, the double
And we're gonna
diamond.
be on a team.
Oh, goodness.
No,
You're
the
the
other
against
team
the
members
world,
cannot
baby.
let this happen.
UTech is 625.
I think A Million Babies team actually really needs this.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad pickup for babies.
He's got a lot of cash left, and he can outbid Dick Pick Fritz if he wants to.
$7.
Are we
Anticipation.
not going?
725. Oh shit. I just want you all to know that I totally was just said, Fritz, you do you, man.
Now to throw it all, Wes.
I hope he puts all the money in there. Oh,
Hey,
Muffin
no.
out of nowhere. Muffin
Oh.
out of nowhere.
Alright, I can be happy. Tim's still going for like 8. Still a good, that's good. If somebody picked you up for like fucking like $7, I was gonna be
I'd
pissed.
be
Oh,
so
come on.
happy.
Come on, Fritz. Fritz, 850, 850.
No.
Yes, yes.
No, that is a terrible idea. You get 3 shitters that have to go 0.
It doesn't matter. Do you think that you could not carry 3 shitters on this in this league?
I don't think us two could carry like Cheeseburglar and I don't know who else. Like,
I mean, one of them's gonna be your bench, so you won't have, like, if Cheeseburglar is ranked 36, you're only gonna have to pay 35. So it's gonna be like Zaku, and we don't even have to entertain the idea.
yeah, we'll save hurting people's feelings
For later.
for now.
Alright, looks like we just had a disconnect in chat, so we're gonna take a second here to reestablish.
the reconnect fucking panic. At 2. Oh my god. Is this scripted? Where's the script? I didn't get a script.
Pause.
I didn't get the script. I'm going off.
You didn't get this credit.
my
No, man.
We all got
This is
this
where
credit.
Andy reconnects it
Oh, he
to
just
and
comes
offers
back
an
and
875 tiebreaker.
Who brought up this pick?
This
It was UTech.
I don't remember.
UTech.
Oh, so he has
tiebreaker this whole
tiebreaker. Okay.
time. Yes.
Okay. Oh my god. Muffin's gonna run out of money soon.
So that means if Muffin runs out of money, that means he gets top laners like Coffee possibly, and maybe like shit junglers. I think that team would do very well.
I want to announce that I'm leaving the Baddie League. Right now, I am not worth $9.
I wouldn't pay much more than 9.
I'm not worth $8, I don't think.
No, I
Right
do
now.
think you're undervaluing yourself. I think this is all right for this team. I think I understand why Muffin's going for this. Actually, he just wants a really solid bottom side of the map.
Yeah.
Come on, Muffin. If you only
Oh,
if you were
man.
willing to pay $9.25, do you really think the extra 50 cents would have broke the bank?
Oh man. I gotta
Maybe he was just
senpai.
bidding him up and felt like he might not bid again. knows?
Possibly. All right.
In any
so
case,
now,
Cannonballs has
I-
$2 left.
I want to announce I am leaving the Baddie League. Goodbye.
Ghost 37.
Hold on.
Buddy left your channel.
You got a solid
Hold on.
team right there, dude.
Buddy was moved to
We
your
got-
channel.
We gotta get Swift on the team and then you can leave. Hold on.
Yeah,
So
me and
this-
Cruz, because we'll be able to pick up Cruz for free, you know.
Tim, just a warning. If you leave the SBL now, when I see you this weekend, I'll cut off your nuts.
Yeah, for real, if I'm on your team and you leave, you won't be coming back from DC this weekend.
Yeah, you'll be dead. Viverette. Coming up.
Oh man, another
Okay, I think
diamond. I feel like so many people are just they already lost breath over the Thrifty Senpai build up now.
I stopped talking.
Riveret's just gonna
because-
go super cheap.
Well, no, baby. I think Baby's. This is the pick he was looking for. He was waiting until this point of the draft because he could just lay down
Baby,
10.25
$10.
right now and get it.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll play the game. He'll play the game. We'll see what he does here. But yeah, I think Babies gets this pick no matter what.
I really think that Babies needs this pick on his team. If he was really to fork out money for Madam Stripe and Mikro, he needs strong laners somewhere, like somebody to really be the star of that team.
Also, someone to speak up. I haven't played with Viverot a lot, but is he
Yeah, I'm not sure
a
if
vocal
he's-
person?
I don't know.
Because right now you have those two players are relatively quiet while playing.
Well, I hope Cannonballs
I think
is.
he's still just like
I hope
looking
Cannonballs
at babies.
is
Like this
happy
is a
with
good
his team.
pickup for babies.
Yeah,
Because,
this is a decent pick for.
And he has a
Babies.
lot of money. He can afford to drop like $8 on this.
Oh, but
no problem.
450 for Viverot? Okay, yeah, I was gonna say
Somebody needs to make him pay for it, though.
that.
Good
Yeah,
job.
exactly. I think lowest $8.
I think lowest
Yes, he
850.
needs to go
I
for-
think lowest.
He
is
needs to go for
850.
more than Senpai.
Because I think that if Fritz, he should go for more than me. He actually has played the game in the last month. But I think that Fritz should just honestly just keep going for this. If Fritz doesn't get this for 850, someone else should be paying more. I think that's like Fritz's best plan here at this point is to try to go for a double diamond. If he's
I
gonna,
don't
like-
think that's the best option.
No, I don't
but-
think it's his best option. But I mean, if he's gonna try to like bid, he's bidding for this, or at least I thought he was. If he's bidding for this, he should just be willing to go all the way.
That is very scary for the rest of the team owners to see 2 diamonds on one team. The only time that's ever happened, what was that, Veggie and Splinter? He
Season
eventually
2, yeah.
became Diamond. Yeah.
Did you win that one, Splinter?
Yeah, we did.
Did you crush that one, Splinter?
No, they barely won
No.
the finals.
We got super cocky in the finals. We crushed
weren't as-
first game, and then we
The
got
rest of their
super
teammates
cocky.
were all garbage, and they almost couldn't carry.
Pretty much. Alright, we got that pause coming out.
Yeah, I guarantee the teams are like, they're debating hard how much they want to throw at this.
It's really tough. I mean, you're looking at, if we go with the AJS Zero power rankings, there's only a few like top tier players left in the draft. Bloor, number 5 power rank, is still left in the draft. Mai Wang, number 9. Thermidor, number 13. I mean, if you're not getting several players within the top 15 players, your team's going to be like, oh, and Albino Joe, number 15. So those are like the only 3 in the top 15 left.
Sitting just under 6. Yeah, when do we think Cheeseburglar's gonna go up? What do you think, Wang? Mr. High Rating?
He's going for he's gonna deplete somebody's money pool. I'm gonna call that right now.
Yeah, maybe Cannonballs.
I mean, that's a perfect Cheeseburglar team. I'm actually pretty sure that Cheeseburglar was the sub for Thrifty Senpai's team in season 2. I think.
25.
This is blowing my mind that nobody just throws $8 on this right away.
Well, several of these teams already have diamond players, so we're looking at Hibs and Cannonballs with only a few dollars left.
Yeah.
Then maybe these other teams are looking to pick up some of those other top tier players
Oh
instead of
my
Niverat.
god. Is this going to be the steal of the draft?
Oh, this
650's
is
pretty good.
Wow. Yep, that's a steal. That is steal of the draft.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's pretty big.
anything. Like, clearly the second best, maybe the first best. Probably the second best, though. Went for 650.
Holy crap.
Yeah. That's disgusting.
We'll
That
see
should
how
have never happened.
that team meshes though right now, because just looking at it, I don't know, dude. Any team that has Mick on it, man, he's such a dice roll. So if he's
Yeah.
actually starting mid lane,
I agree with you, Splinter. I actually don't think that
And-
that
and
team
Stripe-
right now is very good.
No,
and
but
Stripe
the fact-
is notorious for not having, at least personally, be on his team. Like if you do teleport plays, he might not be there exactly when you call it. It might be 5 seconds later.
I also don't think Stripe is the best top laner anymore. Like, Stripe used to be somebody that dominated that lane. And now he's got a serious competition up there. And Mikro's probably the worst mid laner right now. But let's move on to Thor.
Hibs is actually going for the friendship team.
He's fucking yeah, he is
The power of friendship.
the friendship team.
Yeah, too bad that I know that 3 out of the 5 people on that team tilt.
Yeah, Epic and Scotch aren't on that, but still.
I think I would let that team happen. I do not think that that team is... I don't know.
Yeah, I'd let that happen. Holy crap. I did not think Thor would be going... What's he up to right now? 325?
325 last time.
Yeah, I guess. I was expecting him under 3.
And who's left in top lane right now?
Yeah, I think right now, like, Thor is like your middle of the pack top laner right now, and some of these guys need to grab a top laner before they end up with Mr. Coffee.
God bless Mr. Coffee. But he's not
Is
going
this
to
team
win
friendship?
your top lane.
Team friendship?
Friendship.
325, the exact price he went for last season.
Let's actually take a step back at this. Where does Thor play on that team? Does Thor play jungle then, or mid?
Mid. Mid, respect, supports, Evolite, ADC, dub drum jungle on the win top.
Yeah, that's your team. And yeah, he's left with 0, so he takes whatever player he's given.
Twice is on the clock. Team friendship, dude. 0 money. They're getting Cheeseburger now. Or Kragan. Kragan will break up the friendship.
If they get Kragan if Kragan goes for a non-starting role,
No,
I would be very, very surprised.
Yeah,
There's just no way.
I don't think
There's
he'll
no
go
way.
for 0.
Think Twice is looking for some time, talking it out.
All right, Blab is still on the board. I'm excited to see where he goes. He's a top 5 player that hasn't even been mentioned out here yet.
Think Twice is going for Ghost? Sorry, I know I'm a little bit ahead of you. That surprised me so much I had to say it.
Well, yeah, I mean, Ghost, he's a sport player too.
He was gold 1 last season. This kind of feels like a point in the draft where people might be scared to spend on a guy like him. So maybe John, think twice, just hoping to see if he can pick up a, $1, $150 player that might be effective.
Yeah, and getting a cheap pickup for a decent pick is always a good idea. If you're not
Ghost
looking,
32 is a support main, correct?
yeah, I believe
You
so.
put down 3 roles. You put down top lane, ADC, and supports.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he was sub for my team last season. He
Right.
subbed in for both jungle and ADC for when times where Mick or Tree were not present.
He did fairly well as AD carry.
Yeah, he is. He also understands macro to a certain extent. At least, like he is aware of it. And he's a good team player.
Not sure how often he's been playing.
30, why are you
recently.
being so positive for this guy?
I don't know why would I be positive? I've met him and he's a cool guy. I actually met him in real life before he was drafted on my team last season.
There you go, folks. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
30's most important quality on the map.
Yeah, that it really is. For me, honestly, it's like likability should be a rating in this column and this player sheet.
I actually worked with this guy for like 6 months at the job where I watch LCS on the weekends, so I've talked a lot of League of Legends with him over the past year or so.
$250.
I don't know if I'd pay $250 for him though.
Yeah.
Goes 32, 27th on AJS's power rankings.
Up to 250.
Well, 30 looks like you got team friendly.
Team friendly.
Team friendly.
At least one fighter.
Are we-
There's team
Yeah, are we
friendship
really
and
gonna-
team friendly.
Are we really gonna put purple in team
I know,
friendly?
no, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I
Purple's
love
a friendly
purples
guy, but I mean, like,
He's a
brother,
shit talker.
Booze Graps is his brother, dude.
Yeah, he's a shit talker, but who isn't a shit talker in this league?
Ghost 32.
Yeah, that's true.
Ghost 32.
You and me also.
Does shit talking in the team chat count?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
then
totally.
I'm a huge shit talker then.
I was like, you're a shit talker.
I talk mad shit, and the enemy team never hears any of it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
To the enemy
All
team,
right.
Tree's the nicest guy.
and here's one of the
This is a very interesting pick.
This is a
Yeah.
controversial pick, for one. There's a lot of history that could be made if this doesn't go to my team.
Yeah.
A lot of
Your team
history.
has the most money at the moment.
Dan has gone for extremely cheap or 0 money to 30's team the last, like, 3 seasons, I believe.
Hmm. There was one season that we got him for free.
Yeah.
And I think he did very well that season
Yes,
too.
he did. Yeah.
This is mainly because of the history of just Dan, and he was, I believe he was a flake in the first couple of seasons, and I think he ditched out on a few games, and we didn't trust him. But since I think he has fully redeemed himself since then.
Yeah, are you kidding me with how low he is right now?
Just Dan though hasn't played very much. I mean, look at his rust factor warning.
Fuck the rust factor. So
Am I
many.
the only one that, besides Wang, that's concerned about people that have played under 20 games in the past 4 months?
That was when they signed
I've
up.
played less than 20 games in the last 4 months, and apparently I went 925.
That was-
and that's
Yeah,
so that's
right?
including now. That's including
Tim
now.
goes
So
But
I'm
you-
not-
Okay,
I have not played
Thrifty,
20 games since November.
You set a different
Trust me,
precedent.
I tried to ask him. He always said no.
That was also when they signed up that they got that you marked that down. I know a lot of those people that had a rust warning from you, Swift, have since played a decent amount in between when they signed up and now.
This is ridiculous to me. They have one of the top 3, maybe, performers in top lane last season for $1.25.
Yeah.
Well, it's also a matter of whose team can he actually mesh with, though. Because 30 usually always kept him in check. Is that necessary anymore?
And now it's your turn, Wes.
Good, I'm happy with it. I think Dan has changed his shit around. I think he's going to be a fine top laner.
I think Dan's good.
I
think
would
that's a
be-
steal.
I'd be
I think
happy.
That's
that's
a
a steal.
fucking steal.
That is a steal.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
What would say?
AJ's and Cruz still haven't gone yet. 30 and Just Dan were just broken up.
I'd be careful what you say,
and
Wang.
surprisingly, he goes back to my team, who's...
Is this going to be the
I was
season
like
of
saying,
He was
there
on
was,
30's team the whole
I
time.
have some history, dude. This Master Splinter guy and Dan do not get along. Just
Yeah.
letting you guys know, this team will crumble. There's gonna be a huge divide in the team, and this team gets 6th place this season.
Speaking of Swift, also known as AJS, when have I ever steered you wrong 0?
I am going in the first pick of the second half of the draft. I don't think I've ever made it out of the first round more than once. I'm so confused right now. Emotionally.
Alright, what shit team is AJ's gonna end up that's gonna end up leaving? I'm calling it Million Babies Vivarette leaves.
Oh, snap.
What the fuck?
So you're 19th overall right now, Swift. If my numbers are right.
For picks? Looks about
You are
right.
correct.
Yep, 19th
Also,
pick
for
overall.
the first pick of the 4th round, so however you prefer to think of it. Salvo says he wants me and he wants to put me on the bench. Please don't laugh.
Pick him up as third player, bench him. That would be some
Oh,
next
so
level
who's up right now?
trolling.
I missed it.
Swift.
I am.
Oh, jeez.
Aaron AGS, when have I ever steered you wrong 0 Swift?
Well, that's why I didn't expect that to be somebody. I just thought it was a sentence and I didn't
No,
read it.
no, he's up.
So, in what world does Muffin not get this pick?
Well,
One
This
where he
round?
doesn't want him that bad?
Doesn't want AJ as Zio or Salvo.
it'd be
Would not be
AJ
AJC.
top lane, which didn't work real well in one season, but that doesn't mean it was all his fault. So we'll see how it goes. Swift, please. I hope you go 275 and you're on my team, bud. Muffin wants you top lane though.
2785. I'm glad people are not letting this guy go for free.
Yeah. I definitely think
Yeah,
that
I think Swift has a cap, but it's definitely more than 275 or $3.
I think Fritz picking this up would be very good. I mean, he'll still end up with a decent support. That means the bot lane's at least going to be okay, which means that it will probably have a chance to beat other bot lanes. And then you end up with shit mid.
I wish you guys could see the look on my face this whole time. It's
I-
so weird to like be looking at like mostly completed rosters and feel about getting dropped into them because I've never been in this situation before.
You always get picked up earlier.
Tiebreaker goes to Gruden.
Muffin.
Muffin right now.
Muffin. He
I
opened the
see
bidding.
him.
No, it goes to Muffin because he opened the bidding.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, any ties go to Muffin right now.
No, always.
Always. Actually, forever.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because Muffin always tries to bet after the betting's done, so.
Yeah.
450. Damn.
I mean, if Muffin really wants him that bad, he gets him. But how much is he willing to pay?
I mean, AJ's
Apparently
is not a
475.
750.
Woo! Okay, oh my god, dude. Oh my god, I hope this goes to Gruden. Oh my god.
Well,
That
don't
one-
worry,
oh,
guys.
there's
we
so
have
much
pause
clash.
to think about it.
Oh my god. I love it. That team will crash and burn. Holy shit.
You think which teams?
If you get drafted with Dan and Splinter.
Me, Dan, and Splinter, you could fucking give me Craig in bot lane and like the shell of a top laner, and
No,
we could
the
fucking
top
win
lane.
this league.
You made mid later, but yeah.
Yeah, you knew what I meant.
Yeah. Hold on, so we're at 5?
5 and a pause.
We're at 5, going to Muffin. Gruden is not giving up, though.
I mean, think of the worst case scenario for Gruden. He gets an okay support player and probably not a very good mid.
No, the worst case scenario is that he gets Groves.
Or
It
he
is.
gets
It
Gruden.
is.
Oh,
This
no.
isn't funny.
No, Gruden. Oh, did you guys see Gruden's status on League of Legends?
No.
He's going
What?
for
Yeah.
AJ's Craig and bot lane. This is his strategy.
Oh. You let everyone know.
Well, I mean, if he put it in the fucking league.
Yeah, dude, who checks that anyway?
No one.
I
I've said it
know.
for like a week and a half.
What if
That's-
Baby's...
Serious?
What if Baby just comes in and steals this? Because Baby still needs an ADC potentially, right? Like Stripe could go top.
Kidding.
Babies could steal it. I mean, he's
Yeah.
got
Wants this
$7.50 Vivorette can still mid lane.
Swift, you're overpriced right now, man.
Swift's face is just like all the white.
You're telling that to the guy who makes like a complete draft board every season with theoretical bid amounts. Yeah, I fucking know it.
I don't get why Muffin. Oh my god, whatever.
Well, have fun top lane.
Is that what this is?
Oh,
dude, that's top lane Swift, man.
Yeah.
Swift migration to top.
It's happening. Solid.
So if we ban
Interesting.
Renekton,
Interesting, yeah.
I mean, like, potentially Salvo could move to mid lane or top lane.
oh yeah, right.
No, that's not happening. I think Salvo's ADC no matter what.
I can't believe that fucking Swift just went for that much.
So who
I
do you
can't
think?
believe
Do you
that
think
for that
Gruden won
much
that
on that
because
team.
he
You wanna have
jacked
some
up the
like,
price?
If you want to have like some perspective, do you think Swift is worth 50 cents more than Salvo or 75 cents less than Vivorette?
Right? It's
Yeah,
Like, to give you
absolutely
some
nuts.
Perspective for like the area he's going for in price there.
Well, it's
Well,
not
someone
just
who
the area; it's that team too.
I'm refusing to process the Vivorette.
If he went
Yeah.
for that amount to think twice his team, or Dick Prick Fritz, or Million Babies, that would make a lot of sense. But to go into Muffin, like, that is not worth it.
Swift
Absolutely.
still has games in his match history from December. He has not pushed them all off.
Hmm.
So who's up right now? Boom. Okay, so
Does anybody know him?
I know him, but I've never actually played with him. He's an ADC rookie. He finished Gold 5 last season. Expect him to be a low-tier starter or a bench player. That's really all I know. I've talked to him quite a bit. He seems like he's not a faggot in SBL terms.
Solid.
Super solid.
Solid. Who's looking at him right now? Gruden?
Yeah.
So, if Fritz's whole plan was Swift and Craig in bot lane, what's his backup now?
I don't know. See, I mean, you ever been in a fantasy draft where you have this plan, but then your plan
Dude,
starts
oh yeah.
crumbling?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Every
what do you do?
time.
How do you recover from that?
I don't, I
Like,
panic.
Time's ticking. Yeah.
I panic. And then
Yeah.
my draft falls to shit. This is why I don't do them anymore.
Yeah. Okay, 50 cents. A gold 5 rookie ADC main.
50 cents, pretty good.
Pretty damn good, yeah.
I mean, for a
Good
rookie
referral.
who no one knows like how he's gonna play, because Swift, even though Swift referred him, he hasn't played with him, so we have no idea how he's gonna play. 50 cents is, that's not a lot to lose on a gamble.
I hope Swift put Boob Trooper on purpose.
Nope, that's me, dude. I'm typing.
Oh, yeah, I hope Tree put Boob Trooper on purpose.
So who is the highest rated player left? Joey?
No,
Well,
Blur.
Brewer.
Blood.
Oh my
Blur.
God.
I've been
Blab
saying
Blur.
it the
Yeah,
whole time.
Blab
People
is
have been
not-
forgetting about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's
Joey's
see.
still
Who's
left,
got
too.
all the money left?
Yeah, Albino Joe is still left, and Wang is still left.
If I have to guess right now, that means Blab is on Fritz's team.
Also, Thermidor too. Those were all in the top 15.
So who needs a jungler? Who needs a mid laner still?
So top laner is looking real rough right now. That whole category. The best one you got right now is Coffee. Blab actually put top as an 8, and I've seen him play top. Like he's in some scrims he played top lane with our team last season. Blab can really do it all. I think Blab's a very versatile player. He plays a ton and he knows the game inside and out.
Man, Blab, every time I fucking play with him, this guy impresses the shit out of me. Like, this guy, like, I rarely see him make mistakes. Like, just at all. And if it's made mistakes, a lot of times it was, like, made, like, very slight miscalculations or, like, something really crazy happened. Is usually the times that I see Blab really fuck up.
Yeah, the only thing with Blab is he is kind of passive aggressive in his comments, which
Piss some people off.
doesn't really work with. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't mesh too well with some people.
That's just an attitude thing you have to worry about. But if you don't
Yep.
have anyone that worries about that, then it's definitely no problem, and the guy is just
Right.
perfectly fine for your team.
I saw someone asking in chat, so just a heads up for everyone. So next week is off week. Consider it training or fuck around or whatever you want to call it.
Best recovery day.
It's a week off, and then not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. So 2 weeks from today, we'll play our first games.
March 1st.
All right. I think kind of like point where let's get to the. It's been paused for quite a bit here.
Yeah, it's coming up here.
Fine him.
Okay.
Fine him.
Fine them.
Fine.
Dude
25
has too
cents.
much money left. Take it away.
25 cents for every minute after.
Yeah, all
Oh,
of a sudden,
King!
all of a sudden. Oh, the king has returned. This is interesting. Are you gonna put Viv back mid?
If Vivarette goes back mid, that is a very scary pool of mid laners. I think it's a lot more scary than if Vivarette doesn't go mid. Or maybe he goes support and they're the most amazing bot lane ever. But what other AD carry choices does A Million Babies have left?
Not many. There's not many AD carries
Let's
left
find
at
out.
this point in the draft.
Joe, failed
Oh, yeah.
Destiny,
Albino Joe.
and then you're getting into the 7 range. So Manlore, Kragan, Zaku all put 7 for ADC.
I definitely, in my opinion, I definitely think picking up Albino Joe as an AD carry main is probably not that bad. Even though Swift didn't have it as a green main role, I definitely think that is one of them. Oh, I guess Madam Stripe and Vivera can AD carry. What am I? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
crazy. Stop talking.
Who are we on? Sorry, I missed it.
We are on
Kicking.
Kicking.
Oh, King.
Yep. And who brought it up? Babies?
Babies could also use them as a top laner potentially. I guess Gruden has them. If Fritz picks him up, I mean that would be like the mid tier AD carry that he kind of needs.
Yeah. But
People
yeah,
are getting,
Think Twice paused it, so he's really thinking about it. He's probably talking to
yeah, people are
his
getting
guys a little bit.
much slower with their picks, wondering how much money they want to spend on everything and who they really
Right.
want.
Well, now it's also not just how much do you have, but who are you going to get after this? If you end up with
Right.
the King, who's he going to pick up for his next spot? Because he's probably going to be looking for possibly mid lane role or top lane role.
Well,
Depending on who picks him up.
Dick picked Fritz as Dan. I'm assuming that's going to be a top. So.
Yeah. And right now
Oh no, I apologize. I was looking at Think Twice.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Think Twice has some options with his players.
$3 for King. Do you guys think that you would be saying that?
Well, I guess we'll see. I think it's an alright price for King. If he plays AD, he can't play anything else because otherwise he should go for nothing.
I believe that he also plays some top lane as well.
Yeah, dude, he's terrible at top lane. You were on his team, Wayne. You know this.
You know, I just thought I'd let somebody else say it.
All right. King on Gruden.
So Hibbs is at $0 right now.
Hibbs has been at $0, yeah.
Right, I mean, but so this is his $0 pick, and it can just be stolen away for 25 cents.
Yeah.
And Mr. Coffee.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Hibbs gets what's given to him at this point in the draft.
I don't think he's getting. Yeah, no, I don't think he's gonna get Mr. Coffee for 0.
Nope. Yeah, I'm assuming less than a dollar tops probably for coffee is what I'm assuming here. He's going to be a cheap pickup, maybe a bench, maybe a top player for somebody.
Yeah, it really depends on how the rest of this league pans out, but I definitely wouldn't pay more than like maybe 150 if you're really hurting for that role. I'm not even really sure
Yeah.
what John Gruden is trying to pick him up. I mean, you got
Fritz
Master
and-
Splinter in the top jungle and Just and top.
Fritz and Coffee like just get along really well, so it could be like one of those deals right now. Or he might just be even just trying to spike it.
Or possibly putting Coffee as the support for Kicking.
Yeah, I think that's the only spot he would probably fit.
He has support at a 6. He has a top or jungle at 9.
It's definitely a better top in jungle, I would say.
Yeah, it's risky to get a player that has a 6 in the category you want them to play.
This would be really interesting if Million Babies gets this, because then he's got Coffee, Madam Stripe, Micro, Vivaret. I mean, he'd be looking for probably a support main next, and there aren't like super high priority support mains. Maybe he'll steal away and maybe another high priority pick, like Labor, and put him top.
So Wang, you would actually be the next in line for support at an 8. And you're competing against Swerves or RNG K's Okami.
Wait, is that what's left for supports?
Yeah.
Wang's still gonna be mid.
Yeah, I know, but you do have it as an 8.
I feel pretty strong about my support.
Yeah, I mean, Zwerb though obviously I have bias because I play with him, but he's a good player, very good team player. I never seen him really play support, so maybe it might be a steal in the support role. He does have mid as a 9 though, and that's the role he's most comfortable with and has the most experience in. Gold 5 peak last season.
All right, think
So
twice.
Coffee goes for a buck.
What does he need on his team?
All right, assume 30 is going jungle, right?
I wouldn't assume that.
Well, Ghost 32 is a
it goes
support
32
or AD,
is-
right?
Yeah, support or
okay.
AD. So assume it.
Purple
Okay.
is
Oh my god.
top or AD.
I don't want to watch this.
Well,
My
you'll
Wang
figure
is
out
up, all right.
eventually. All right, let's see. Not many people have a lot of money to spend on Wang anymore.
I heard Team Owners talking about them not wanting me.
I mean, after WCF, can you really blame them?
After WCF, like the best team was Tilo's Boys Toys in season 1.
No, I know, Wang. There's been a lot of teams that have done very poorly.
All I'm saying is that if we exclude SBL, the teams I've played on with Wang, in the times I've played against him, he has been very good.
No, I totally agree. But something about the SBL, Wang loses a
Wang
lot.
just fucking loses.
Well, I don't believe in superstition tree.
Bad luck, Wang.
Well, assuming that Wang is going mid, which I think he will, there are 3 teams that need a mid laner still. And those are all the ones that are betting.
I'm
right
really
now.
looking at Muffin's team, or really needs a mid laner for that one.
How is Blab still not out yet?
That's the thing. So whoever, if people are gonna blow their load on Wang, but then Blab's gonna be the last good choice for mid.
What? Vivaret has AD and support and as his top, right? As
Wait,
his Vivaret
Mid.
has. Didn't he have bot as his best ranked?
Oh, he has 9 in mid and then 10s in ADC and support.
Right. Babies can
I
drop
think-
all his money on Wang or Blab. He can drop all his money on Blab if he wants them,
Yeah, I think that's probably.
and put
what-
Vivaret
I
bottom.
think that's not a bad idea. He gets Vivaret in the
I think
bottom
that's a
lane,
super
but
good idea at this point.
I think that's a great team.
That's actually quite a solid.
Drop
team.
your money on Blab. Vivaret goes bottom. You've got a diamond in bot. You've got a super solid mid laner. Stripe goes top.
Yeah.
I'm dying on the inside.
That's where it's bringing up. I just said blow their load on Wang.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this, Wang.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Wang, you remember the last time I streamed about how you going for so cheap saved my team?
I
I'm
don't
not
think
gonna
that's
do
the
it this
same.
time. I'm not gonna do it this time, but I want to.
I feel like your team's gonna suck. I don't know why. Like it's actually looking
Can we
pretty
just
solid,
can we
but-
just beat Team Swain? We've all played on it.
Is this actually a team Swain?
We've all played on it. I don't think. Have we ever had this roster at the same time?
No, but we've had like 3/4 of it many times.
I was gonna say I've played with 3/4 of that roster before for Team Swain.
Yeah, that's basically Team Swain right there. Throughout the many iterations it's had. Joey coming up on the clock.
Albino Joe, I think he's a very good pick. I mean, you have one of the highest rated supports that I think could potentially end up in a real support role, and then you
Albino
also
fucking Joe.
and then you also have somebody that can flex different roles, especially that AD carry role that we probably somebody desperately needs.
Considering who's left for mid, actually, for Muffin, that was a pretty good pickup. Because he wasn't gonna get Blab with the amount of money he had left. I think Babies picks up Blab here, and that's kind of the end of that story. Think Twice can probably drive him up to, just 575 and make him pay for it, but at that point he has 5 players, who cares? But yeah, that's another thing. I'm assuming Think Twice is also going to get into the bid war for Blab.
I imagine Vlad is going to go for 575.
That's exactly what I'm assuming. Think Twice is going to try and get him, but Babies just has more money, and he can just throw it away.
I wouldn't be surprised if Think Twice tries to just bid up. Oh, nope, guess he's not. I was surprised to bid up Gruden here.
Going for $1.50 is actually kind of surprising.
This is a
really
quality pick right here for $1.50. Very, very quality.
Yeah.
This should have been a $3 to $4 pick
Oh
for
my
sure.
god. Blows $11.50 on Splitter, but proceeds to get 2 freaking steals. Like
He got several
Dan and
steals
Joe
in
for
there.
$2.75. It's the most disgusting. Oh my god. That's just gross.
Ah, jeez.
Called it. Called it.
I mean, to be fair, I might have caused that, but...
Dude, come on, who put this up? Was it,
Count it
Oh, okay.
down, come on.
yeah,
man.
saw that one coming.
This means right here that Micro gets yanked out of the mid lane pool and gets put into the jungle.
That's not bad. I think he's better in the jungle. Honestly,
Yeah,
I think his mid lane is
he's-
fucking shit.
He's
Well,
more
he's definitely more
consistent in the
consistent.
jungle, but he has less upside.
Exactly that. Swift's nailed it.
I mean, with that also means that Vivarette is not in the mid lane pool. This actually makes the mid lane pool very exciting right now because there are not a lot of very good mid laners. You take Vivarette out, you take Mikuro out.
It leaves you with 3 mid laners, and he has one of them.
Yeah, mid was definitely going to be one of the most contested for...
And he grabbed 2, and he has 2 of them.
Yeah, that is
Arguably
that's very
three.
scary.
Arguably 3. I mean, Mick has always been a mid laner. I mean, he was lower than, the diamonds and everything, obviously. But he was still a mid laner, and he's off the table now, too.
Yep. That means you could shoot to pick up somebody like maybe Zwerves was gold 5. Gold.
Still paused. Must be... Cannonballs is trying to figure out who to spend his last 150 on.
Yeah, this is kind of a dangerous selection because if he starts the bidding on anybody good trying to go for those tiebreaker privileges, they could just get swiped away by somebody with more money. But if you open the bidding on somebody bad, nobody might bid, and you might only have one spot left to spend money on.
Yeah, Think Twice is sitting real nice because he's got a decent base to work off, and he's still got if at least one player he wants, he just gets.
I would assume that player would be possibly Thermidor.
All right.
He is the only player left, I believe, on the field that hit platinum that is available.
What are his names? Silence. Got it.
Who's on the clock right now?
RNG Keizo Kami, he put down a 9 for jungle and 8 for support, 6 and below is for the other rankings. He is a Gold 2 last season rookie, 1500 normal games career. So presumably going to be a jungler, maybe going to be a support somehow, but most likely a jungler. Kind of a fringe rookie pick.
Do we know who recommended him?
This was, I believe, another one of the Thor and company recruits.
Okay.
The Thor recommendation company.
I see it on pause, but I don't think anyone's gonna bet on him.
I mean, this would be a very good pickup for that team. I'm still a high gold player. One of the higher elos left on the board, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, even at a low amount of money here is not a bad thing. It's a rookie who has a decent rating, and you're just basically taking a bit of a gamble here.
Yep.
But you're not spending a ton of money to do it.
So you have Thermidor, who is a jungle main. I apologize, I didn't get back to you quick enough. You have Kregan, Gold 2, who is a support main.
Mm-hmm.
And then you drop into the Gold 3 and below territory.
Muffin kind of fighting for it, throws out the rest of his money. Utex says nah.
Yeah, I'm curious who Think Twice is going to be picking up. Needs most players yet. I mean, let's see. Who do we still have left in everyone on the list here?
We're getting down to it. It's only 8 left.
Yeah. Thermidor. That would be a decent pickup you could debate for Think Twice. That would force 30 to support, I think, though.
I mean, there's only 3 people on that team. He needs to spend it on
Right.
somebody.
He's got to make a decision.
Thermidor was pretty rough last season. I don't think he showed up that much
Yeah.
for Guerrilla Radio.
You have
Yeah,
Failed
especially with the
Destiny
good
still, who I thought was decent. He wasn't he didn't make plays, but he didn't do terrible.
Yeah,
That could be a support choice.
that's going to be that's a decent support choice for sure.
Yeah.
And Think Twice might want him. He'll probably be willing to throw a little bit of money at it.
Well, he has the most left if he wants it.
And
All he has
Fritz
to do
is-
pay 275.
Fritz might want it too. He does have Joey already, but who knows?
Andy as king. You could put.
He could just pick up Failed Destiny just for the bench. Who knows? I'm not saying he wouldn't spend a lot of it, but he doesn't exactly need a lot of money to beat most of these players right now.
I think Failed Destiny's probably one of the better players left that I can think of. I forget everyone who's left, so.
Babies getting into it with them. All right. Looks like that's
Failed Destiny for $1. That's pretty solid, honestly.
yeah. And that's the rest of Baby's money. Not that it matters, because he is full. Babies drops the mic and walks away.
That's a solid team.
Yeah, that's looking pretty decent. Yeah, my assumption here being Vivret, AD, Blab mid, Destiny support, Mick jungle, Stripe top. That's not a bad lineup at all.
Yeah. And Hebs with 0 money.
Oh,
So he really gets the last
yeah.
person, really. So he's probably getting Cheese Burglar,
Yeah, I don't
No
know.
offense.
Well,
buddy, but
I mean, other people could run themselves out of money too here, and it could literally just come down to whoever
Or
grabs
the
them.
miracle.
Manlord the Miracle, the infamous come off the bench, get kills, take names.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to get a last person bench for $0, you don't actually get any better than Manlord the Miracle.
I hope so. All right, here we go.
And
You can't take a bench like that and not get Manlord.
yeah, Fritz is like, I'm not just giving it to you, and he knows
right?
he's
That's shouldn't.
yeah, he still has enough money to
He's a
beat
solid
everyone
bench
else
player, so.
besides Think Twice at this point. I don't know who's left that Think Twice is waiting on. Thermidor and
Thermidor. Cruz is still up. Who else?
Cruise Masters, Werbs, Cheeseburglar, Manlord, Sword Mace, Thermidor, Kragan, Zaku, Dr. Maximilian.
getting down to the wire here. All right, Manlord sold. Muffin tries to grab him, gets shut down. What is... I don't know what Fritz is trying to pull here. He has 250 and 1 pick left. Don't fuck around with it, dude. If you want to make Think Twice spend his money on him, just do it.
Yeah. And Think Twice will, as a result, big surprise, pick it up. Alright, so getting to that point of the draft.
Yeah, we're down at the bottom now, and that means there's not much money to spend.
Not
Like-
much to talk about.
Yeah, it's at the point where whoever has the most money straight up gets what they want out of what's left.
Oh, the Cruise Master. Muffin, pick it up.
boy.
Muffin, pick it up. There is no escape. This is a bench player.
You know Swift is just screaming.
Yeah.
Anything
Muffin's
but
gonna
that.
go all in with the $1 at the end.
I have to assume he's talking up a storm with him.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Muffin has it typed down.
Because I'm
Taking all of his willpower with Swift yelling at him not to fucking bid on it.
well, they don't need to bid on it because apparently Think Twice and Fritz are gonna go at it. But once again, if Think Twice actually wants this, like
Yeah,
if
he
Think
can
Twice actually
say
wants it,
buck
it's
50.
his.
Well, he only has 1 spot left, so
Yeah.
should have just put 250 in.
Yeah, this is useless. Like Congratulations, you have $1 left.
Yeah.
We're not going to give you $1. Sorry.
Dang.
First time in SBL history, and this sorts
Yeah, I'm pretty
doesn't
sure.
get on the same team.
Do you know what's really funny? I think a lot of people expected Cruz to be a bench player. He might not be on this team. Maybe Manlord takes over his spot.
It's-
Yeah.
Manlore
Yeah.
Cruz probably from mid lane. That's what it's looking like.
If you told me 2 days ago that Manlord or Cruisemaster was going to be a mid lane main, I would not have believed you. This mid lane pool has been sucked fucking dry.
We are waiting on. Okay, Muffin is coming up on the clock for the 6th and final round. This is gonna wrap it up. 6 players left.
My guess is, let's see, we still have Kragan left. So Muffin will put the $1 in Kragan, think twice if I pick him up. Unless, actually, I don't know, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, Think Twice is
I think
sitting.
he's probably one of the best players left. So.
Think Twice is sitting great actually with the amount of money he has left because he gets both of those slots, whatever he wants out of what's left. Think Twice has already picked what 2 players he wants, and they're gone. Period.
Yep. Pretty much. I'd believe.
Is that Kragan for free?
I'm not surprised.
I kind of am.
I kind
there's a
of
reason.
I'm
Like,
mildly surprised.
Cheap, I was expecting. Free, I was not.
Yeah.
some people just don't like Kragan, man.
Wait, where is Kragan starting on the lineup?
He might.
currently.
It'd have to be mid lane.
Yeah.
What?
No, wait. Wang is.
Wang is definitely
yeah.
mid lane.
Kragan can jungle.
Okay. Yeah, that might be jungle.
Yeah, that might be it.
And Zaku.
Zaku for free? That would actually be a pretty good pickup for that end of that team. I think that he both has potential to start on that team too.
Cannonball's team's interesting just because 3 of the players. Well, we know what Zaku is capable of, but the other 2 are just kind of. I have no idea what to expect. So, Boom Trooper and RNG, I no idea. Never played with them, so.
Alright, waiting on a Hibbs, trying to get something for free. He's been trying to get something for free for like more than a dozen players. But we're at the late point, and he goes for cheese.
Free.
Yeah,
Cheese.
yeah, that looks like it's gonna be free cheeseburger to Hibbs.
Why would he pick free cheese over other free players?
Maybe he's from Wisconsin. I hear they love their cheese. Alright, never mind.
I think he just went for him because I don't think. Who's left? Who's left out? Like, we have 3 left right now. Zwerbs. Who else?
Dr. Maximilian.
And I think he's just assuming the other ones are taken.
Sword Mace.
I think he's just like done with the draft. He's like, they have more money, they get what they want.
Yeah.
Period.
Dr. Maximilian is not bad. I mean, he hasn't played in a while, so he might have decayed. But, I mean, he's done pretty well from what I've seen. From, like, playing with him.
Well, that was pretty quick. Think Twice's turn comes up. He says Zwerv's 125, bid's over. So, Muffin puts up Sword and Mace, which, again, if Think Twice wants him, it's his, period. But it's between him and Dr. Maximilian.
Wait, it's between who and Dr. Maximilian?
Zwerv, not Zwerv, sorry, Sword and Mace and Dr. Maximilian.
Okay,
And
I haven't played with Sword at all lately, so I can't vouch for which one's a better pickup.
I don't know enough about either of them, to be
I
honest.
mean, just based on his rankings, he's a fairly well-rounded player and a gold 4, so you're getting a solid bench at least, and maybe somebody to compete with one of your weaker picks.
Yeah. Dr. Maximilian's a pretty solid support, but I mean, we're in a league with a whole bunch of supports, and I know he can do a little bit of jungling. He used to. He hasn't in a while, though. All right.
That wraps it up. We have our teams.
All right, so we got 6 teams. They've been drafted. They'll be on the site soon. You guys all know the drill by now. And in 1 hour, so 10:15 Central Time, we will be going live with the post-draft drunk analysis. So thank you to everyone that tuned in. We had a fucking awesome viewer count, then between like 40 and 43 this entire event. So if you never watched the post-draft, it's usually a lot more entertaining than this. So I would highly recommend it. If you can't catch it live, definitely catch the VOD. And we will see you guys soon.